say about Theo, but then obviously he sold 8 or 9 of the first team kind of left, didn't they? Of that kind of cut run and the Europe run. A lot of the boys left, so it left quite a few just as youngsters really before.
It's a good thing for you boys.
It was at the time, and then it just sort of allowed us to kind of come through, even though obviously we went down that season just because it was a struggle. It kind of allowed us youngsters to break into the team and then kind of build a new sort of team and take it forward really.
Over 300 appearances for Mill, 17 goals.
Yeah, not bad.
We'll get on to the goals shortly.
I thought it was more than that. That must be league
goals. Take out Wikipedia. Training don't count. You're like, I've scored 60. So we'll get on to the glory in a minute, but before the glory we'll take the pain of 2009. Well, let's talk of Huddersfield first. Let's talk. What a night!
Yeah.
What a night that was on the box, and you notched.
Yeah.
Took us to Wembley. That was, along with Leicester recently in the cup. That's one that sticks out in my mind.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was. I mean,
it's electric, wasn't it?
You can't get any more people in the stadium. You can get in, but it just seemed like there was more people there. It was
just a noise, wasn't it?
Oh,
a noise!
What a night that was! A great header from you.
Yeah, I was happy with that one. Yeah, really happy with that. It was just brilliant. Obviously, I'd missed. Like the year before, I'd played up every game up until the end of January, and then I broke my metatarsal, that famous injury, and then so obviously we got to the player final that year. Obviously beat Leeds, didn't we? Jimmy with a
another
goal,
great night.
And then we just fell short against Scunthorpe, didn't we? Like we just ran out of steam. I think I
was just convinced we was going to win that day, and then obviously they took the lead. Then when we come back, scored 2, especially with Gary Alexander's goal. What was he doing there?
What a strike! What a strike!
It was unbelievable.
Right behind that, was it was unbelievable, wasn't it?
And then I thought and then they just don't know. We did see the second half. It just seemed like.
But then did it go 2-2 and then Gaz had the great chance with the header as well?
Yeah, that's the thing. He said that to me. He said no one remembers the miss, the header. Everyone remembers.
Happy days.
He's had it off, but obviously we didn't go up. To bounce back from that next year must have been fucking double hard.
Yeah, it was hard, I think. But what was good was that we kept most of the squad together and then added obviously Morrow. I think Kenny realised we just ran it because James Henry had been up on loan until the Leeds game in the semi, and then his loan finished for whatever reason, so he couldn't play in the final, and we kind of just ran out of players a little bit. That meant we had to adjust. I think Grabs came back from nowhere and sort of plays, but
we'll leave him out.
Exactly. It was
So what was because obviously I was there and I saw it all, but you just refresh yourself. Looking back through a lot of your goals, and Morrow was there all the time. Did you have a good rapport with Morrow?
Yeah, I had a good rapport with Morrow. We sort of grew up in similar areas, kind of similar age, so you kind of got that good rapport. Yeah,
I think he's older than me, but he's not. He must have had up with paper around.
It's a grey hair, isn't it?
So yeah, he's. Did you get on well, Morrow?
Yeah, he's a good lad, Morrow.
No, he is.
He done well. We kind of, like I say, similar areas. Grew up sort of. I didn't know him before, obviously he signed, but once we did, we kind of found, and he just settled in well, didn't he? I think it took him a little while until he scored against Milton Keynes, I think, and then once he scored there, he kind of settled and was happy. And then after that,
he's been away, come back, he can't get rid of him.
No, he's done.
But no, he's.
How well's he done the last couple of years?
I think it's a bit mixed at times with him, because sometimes he's a bit like fuck. But he's another one. He's a lovely bloke. Go have a chat with him. Go across the white line. He wants to kill everyone, doesn't he? He wants to kill everyone, from his own fans to the referee to the fucking managers. He's just
take it though, didn't you?
Oh, just because if he didn't have that, he wouldn't be half the player.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, going into this, what's your mindset? Last year, we went done it. Was you captain in 2009?
I weren't, because I'd done
He was injured.
My foot, yeah. I just got back fit for the semi. I was on the bench for the semis and the final. I got on for both, like in the end of the semi for 10 and the same in the final. Just emergency centre forward against Scunny when I was trying to rescue, because we didn't have anyone else. That's
get on the end of it.
Kenny realised the squad was just a little bit short,
just a bit bare,
where Gaz and Chopper had run themselves ragged in that heat.
Yeah,
and we didn't really have anyone else that could come on and affect it.
And we must have been struggling, because Wolford caused havoc that day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's how struggling the tired of players must have been. Wolford, I remember he was like, when we signed him, I was like, he was blinded for Scunthorpe, obviously. Yeah, he was alright.
I think it was a tough time for him, though, wasn't it? Really, when he came. Yeah.
But are you going into this year thinking, what's your mindset going into the game at Wembley, thinking, well, we can't lose 2 years in a row? Or are you thinking, there's no fucking way I'm losing this game?
A bit of everything. I think there was a bit of that, but I think we're also freshened up the squad. Obviously, I hadn't played really the year before, and then Morrow had come in. We had Chops come in as well on loan. I think that there was a few different personnel as well, but I think ultimately we knew that having beaten Leeds, everyone was like, it was almost like the achievement was getting to the final, playing at Wembley. It was brilliant. Whereas this year we were like, no, the prize is getting promoted, so that's what we're here to do.
It did seem like a day out, because it had been obviously our first one we had Cardiff, but it'd been the first one in a long time.
Yeah.
So the 2009 final seemed like a bit of a day out, but like you say, this time that was the feeling amongst the fans as well. You know what I mean?
It was and also it was the new Wembley, wasn't it? First time at a new Wembley and all that. But to be fair, the fans were unbelievable. The first time, what was it? We took like 55,000, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's like mental.
Do you know
the
what?
record of me at both old and new. Does that?
I was a bit younger then, so I do remember the day, but not as well as I remember it now. If I went with my kids, you know what I mean? We had a few. Yeah, we had a coach. Like there was loads of coaches, but we had my mate had one from the lounge, and we said if we won, we'd have a naked coach on the way home. So we all sat stop-bollock naked on the way home.
That's my fault, was it?
Yeah. No. So what was the day like for you to build up? I want to know everything. I want to know if you've had a celebration planned or you just fucking lost your head when it was.
Yeah, no. I think the year before, actually, ironically, we did the usual thing, the Wembley thing. I think we stayed in Kensington Gardens this year, like in that for that one. The year before, we'd gone to Stockwell House, and after that, I think the evening we ended up having a few more beers than the year after when we won, ironically. But that day, I just knew I was going to be leading Millwall out of Wembley. Knew I was playing. You know, everything about it was different for me. It was
different mindset.
Yeah, just different mindset.
Yeah.
I was kind of the year before. You kind of, like you say, I'm one of those. I love to play. I like to be out there on the pitch. I can't sitting on the bench or in the stand. It's hard work. Do you know what I mean? I want the lads to do well, but it's hard work. So this year, I knew I was playing, and just completely different. So I was just trying to make sure, one, I was totally ready, but secondly, just taking it all in as well, and kind of enjoying the day as much as you can, but still being focused. You know.
What do you remember about the goal? Did you have a celebration plan?
Nah, well, I would have teared off, I think, but can come down the other end. But I was collared straight away, wasn't I, by Morrow and Bat, like Sean Bat, and just obviously
must
the
have
corner
been
scrum
unbelievable,
flicked and it just bounced up, and I just
you took it well.
Yeah,
you was very composed.
I just see the keeper that side, and I thought I'll just try and guide it that side. So
I mean, you was only a yard out. It wasn't a very good goal. But no, you took it down well. You was composed and just stabbed it past him.
Yeah, I was happy with that.
Mate, it was up the other end to us, unfortunately. It was fucking madness, absolute madness.
I still look back at it now. You know, you're looking at the sky just to see the crowd reaction.
Yeah, it must have felt unbelievable.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, like I say, still watch it back now.
To not only be captain, but then to score the winning goal and miss every ball trick. Be honest.
That's a bonus, though. To be fair, I'm room with Chopper, and I just said to him, I don't care whatever happens today. I just want to be walking up the stairs, picking up the trophy. That was my only thing that I wanted to do.
Because my question was going to be, well, I'm a selfish bastard. Would you have got the ump if we'd have scored another one?
Nah, I wouldn't care less.
I'd be like, no, I want it. If it's me, no, I'd have been, no, I want it to stay 1-0.
Might have been a bit more relaxed, I think, if I had done.
Because obviously you would have lost a little bit of the headline. Well, you didn't, because
I think Morrow and Chopper could have made it a second one if they'd have. They could tell that both of them wanted to score that day as well.
No, that's fucking them two up front, and the centre half has to let them know and do the job. But yeah, it was an unbelievable day as a fan, obviously, as a player. What was it like afterwards?
Yeah,
it's just like I've said it already, but it must be a massive sense of achievement to come that close the year before and to regroup and go again. Must have been.
I think that was it, wasn't it?
Good management all round and good team togetherness.
Yeah, exactly. And the way the club was, obviously, the new chairman came in, John Belson, and just gave Kenny that stability and just enabled him to build. And like I say, he'd learnt Kenny, to be fair, from the year before, and made the squad that bit stronger to get us through the whole season. And as it turned out through the play, I mean, we went. If you think about it, we went from the January, we were like some mental, like 18, 19 points behind Leeds, to being 1 point behind them on the last day. And we could have gone up on that last day as well, couldn't we, automatic? And we were thinking, how close that. You know, when Morrow scored on that last day,
we like to do it the hard way, though.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but like I think it worked in our favour, having done it the year before. With this time, we just thought, right, it's business, it's time to go. And us, like I said, we just wanted to get over the line and get promoted. And that night was it was a mixture, really. It was like you say, a little bit of relief, because you thought if you lost again, that would have been tough. Of course. And just a decent party after. I mean, it wasn't as crazy as the year before, really. We didn't go. I think it was more this year. It was just enjoying the moment a little bit. Do you know what I mean? We had a party back at the Kensington Gardens, and it was all in house, all together, and but lads were decent. Yeah, and it was just a few beers.
JB had the cigars out.
Yeah, exactly. He had the cigars out. 40 joining in.
Yeah.
Gaz still asking Kenny. He's like, I'm still waiting, Ken. Any chance of putting me on or what?
He didn't get on, did he?
He was standing behind Kenny for about 20 minutes trying to get on a sub, wasn't he? And we were standing at the bar. I was like, I'm still waiting, Gaffer. Any chance of getting me on there?